Hi everyone, welcome back to round 3 now of the June monthly Warlord tournament. Today we have Jasp versus Rage Horus. Jasp on the right in red, playing as the 2nd Panzer Grenadiers with those FS Jaeger troops pushing out the front. And on the left hand side in blue we have Rage playing as the 8th Infantry Division in this first game. Obviously we are back on two ways, so there will be a rush to clap Delta, I'm sure. We can certainly see some FS troops pushing that way for Jasp. Jasp also getting some early points with a command vehicle in Charlie. Will he regret spending the money on that? That is the question. FS Jaeger, one squad of going here to defend and one squad going into Foxtrot for an early push. Does look like there's some Jaeger coming this way as well. Whether they're just going to be defensive or actually pushing to Foxtrot remains to be seen. Up here, Rage pushing out with some defensive units a little bit further towards the front. I don't think he'll be going for an early push on Alpha. The big fight will likely be over the center. Plenty of units coming in for both of these guys now. Very little at the bottom here. Jaeger being dropped off here. These Jaeger Aufkul will be hit by these FS Jaeger, and they are killed in their vehicle. Hopefully Rage has spotted that, or he's going to lose some more troops like this Bradley. Reasonably good grasp of the point for Jasp at the moment. Bradley coming in, which will be very good fire support. I think that was some kind of Marder that's dead there. FS Jaeger being killed by the Bradley, but the Bradley, I think... the Bradley will win that fight, but I'm trying to decide if, in the midst of all that, I think those Jaeger actually killed the other two transport vehicles. Yeah, there they are, look. All piled on top of each other. Oh, that's a lot of losses. Obviously, Rage wasn't paying attention when that got destroyed. Few squads up here pushing down. Obviously, ideally, it would be good for Jasp to control this entire area, but it's just not going to happen for him. He doesn't have enough forces there. Bringing most of his forces back here. Alpha Jet coming in is taking fire and is dead. And an F-11F also dead. Jeopard got it. Took minimal damage. Lots of bombs dropping in that area, but I think Jasp is in a good position right now. Very little defending the bottom for Jasp, but equally absolutely nothing there for Rage, so he's not going to be able to push. And up at the top, Rage could potentially push against this one squad of FS Jaeger, but he would have to be conscious of the fact that there's stuff pushing down here, which could come back to the top. There are also Jaeger Aufkul coming in at the top there. Command's coming in though now. This command... I'm really confused. So he's capped this. He had originally capped this, but I assume he's told the command to get back in the vehicle? No commands in for Rage at the moment, and I think really Rage can't afford to spend it on commands right now. He needs to be spending on forces. Namely ground forces. The two aircraft he brought in went down immediately. I think that was a nasty loss. Our command infantry are being moved. They're going to be moved to the center point for the extra boost of 3 points rather than 2. And there is a command coming in for Charlie anyway. I'm trying to and ah in my head what Rage can do here. I think Rage is already in trouble. I think game 1 is going to go to Jasp unless Rage can get a foothold somewhere. The majority of Jasp's focus is on the center of the map, but Rage doesn't have enough units elsewhere as he's trying to push the center himself. Two commands coming in for Rage now. Obviously important to cap those points, but realistically, those may have been better spent on actually bringing in more tanks or something. I think the center would be pushable with a number of M1 Abrams. I mean, he's got a Leo 1F5 there. Realistically, what's here that can kill tanks? Obviously, any infantry is a risk if you get up close and personal, but if he uses them as fire support while pushing his own infantry, I think he could take this point. Because there isn't really enough anti-tank there. And the Leo 185 isn't going to do a lot versus 3 or 4 M1 Abrams. It's a difficult call when you don't know what's in the point, though. And there was obviously a Milan in there before. That is now dead. The bomber's got that. See, Abrams there being used to good effect for fire support, though is taking shots from that Leo 105. Or is it? I think it's actually firing at the infantry. It just looks like it's bouncing past and hitting the tank. But that M1 Abrams should easily be able to kill that Leo 105. Come on, get it pushed up there, Rage. Leo 105 is going to get the shot off first, which isn't ideal, but the Abrams should outdo it in damage. Missed. And it's dead. Ouch. Wow. How did it kill the Abrams like that? I can't believe it did that much damage. Just by not missing that extra shot. Unless the Tampella got a direct hit on top of it, I'm honestly not sure. I'm surprised that Abrams went down. I thought it would take more shots than that. Nothing around the back for either player, but, you know, in terms of forces, Jasp's got this. There is now another tank coming in there, but it's just one tank. Rangers pushing around the back. Obviously, this is going for potentially a cheese move to kill the CVs. But Jasp has some Zischerungs there defending that one. Nothing in this point, though. Rage not going for the complete cheese. He's kind of... Is he going to push it around? I'm trying to decide if he's going to try and land it right on top of the command or not. I mean, it's only one squad. Artillery in there. I'm just looking to see if it's doing much damage. Not really. They can do damage if they hit. They're quite good against infantry and buildings. Cobra being hit by an Eyehawk there. Cobra almost dead. There go the Rangers. Pushing around the back. Obviously, Jasp hasn't seen them. I mean, I don't think Jasp would be too upset if he loses that command. He's got a massive advantage on the points, let's be honest. Another CV coming in there for Rage. I don't think he's seen them. So he'll probably kill that, but I don't think it's going to help him. Mech Rifles did get some damage there from the artillery. He's landed the Rangers, but they're not... Oh, they have been spotted, look. So, Rangers, their command being moved way out of the way. HE bomber coming in. Loads of infantry called in. Is that going for the building? It is. I think this is a very quick win. We're at 10 minutes into the game. But I think Jasp has won this one on points almost immediately. Jaeger Aufkul pushing up around the back for Jasp there, going towards that CV, which isn't defended. And there's not a lot to say, to be honest. I just can't see Rage pulling this back. He doesn't have enough units on the field. I'm afraid Jasp has just kept more alive. Another CV coming in there for Rage. I'm not sure what the plan is. Probably to try and get it in the centre now that he's got a couple of engineer squads here. But these engineers are engaging at range. They need to be charged into the enemy. Jaeger running. He could get into the corner of this point, but he's just going to be overwhelmed. Those Rangers still running around back there. Jaeger in pursuit. And these Jaeger Aufkul are going to miss that CV. They're going to run to this side. An exciting start to this game, but obviously Jasp's got way out in the lead and there's not a lot happening now in the grand scheme of things. We know which way it's gone. Can he see that? You'd think he's maybe just catching it there. Maybe not. Lots of artillery and mortars trying to hit those guys. Loads of tanks being called in now. These Rangers are still going to be killed by all of this stuff coming in. Another squad of Rangers up at the top, look. Rage desperate for that kill, but it's going to go points. It's not far off winning now. Lots of AA taking out any jets that come in from Rage. Good game, guys. Commiserations, Rage. This was a challenging one for you from early on, I'm afraid. Jasp just had that control in the centre in particular. I think your early purchase of jets, while a good option, unfortunately, Jasp had countered that already by buying plenty of anti-air right at the start, which isn't something everybody does. And that's game. Let's hop straight into the second one after this. Obviously, significant difference in kills to losses for such a short game. Bradley's doing a good job. Rangers getting a few kills. Martyrs, obviously. Lux. Anything with an autocannon, basically. Welcome back to our second game. Jasp. Still red on the left-hand side this time, playing as the 2nd Panzer Grenadiers. And on the right, Rage Horus has changed to the 5th Panzer Division. Once again, lots of FS troops pushing hard towards Delta for Jasp. Few more units pushing down here for Rage. Looks more defensive, and I expect these ones are going to the centre. And up here at the top, plenty of Panzer Grenadiers coming in Martyrs. Neither player going for early commands this time. All going to be what happens down here in the middle, I think. FS Milan's already in position, getting those shots off. Interesting choice bringing in the Jaeger Aufkul in choppers. Maybe they are a bit faster. Pioneer squad's coming in, but taking a lot of fire from some Lux there. They are deployed in time. He needs to keep those guys moving with their satchels, though. Are they going to get very pinned down? Ideally, he needs to get them in these buildings. So hopefully the Lux can't see them. Now they're getting ripped to shreds. Absolutely ripped to shreds. Unfortunately, right now, autocannons are just way too powerful, and they will just tear all of this apart. The Milans are going to die as well. Yeah. Loads of tanks and Marder's coming in here. If he pushes aggressively down here, then he has a chance, but he needs to kill that Leo. He has to kill that Leo. I'd just deploy all my troops there, because that Leo is going to shred most of those vehicles. IDS cluster coming in. Going for those Lux, I assume. Attempting to. Might catch one of them. No, they're out of the way. It's unfortunate. And I think that jet's also dead. Lots of planes in the field this time. Well, plenty of AA already on the ground for Jasp again. Not really much happening at the back for you to play. Nothing happening at the bottom. Nothing really happening at the top. I mean, there's absolutely nothing in there for Rage. Rage has put everything into the center. He's lost the majority of this that he brought in here to the Leopard. That's a real shame. He just didn't have anything to compete with the Leopard there. And everything's died in a few hits. In the center, again, Rage has lost a lot of units already. He's managed to clear the buildings, but those Lux absolutely tore apart most of his infantry. And also his tow launcher. More Pioneers coming in. I don't know what his plan is with those, but he needs to be careful. You can't deploy them in the middle again. I think if you're in that position, you need to get straight in the buildings. You cannot risk being shot at for a long period of time by any of those vehicles with autocannons right now. That's going to change in an upcoming patch. It is going to be rebalanced, but yeah, that was pretty brutal to watch. Just melted him. FS Jaeger pushing up at the bottom there for Jasp. He's having a little prod and a poke about Golf. He may also try and have a little poke for Alpha as well. There is something dead in there. Obviously you can see all the smoke. I don't know what it was. Oh, it's a jet that's crashed. There's a few jets that have gone down now. Loads of Pioneers coming in, Fuchs Milans, which, you know, will be useful against vehicles, but need to be kept at range. Interestingly, Commander being brought in and a Lux being brought in. More Jaeger being called in there. Couple of commands in. Another one there, so that'll be +6 for Jasp. There are 2 commands on the way in for Rage to counter that to some extent. But if we zoom out on the map, I mean, we're looking very red again. I think Jasp might have won this one again already. I think Rage is in a bad position. He lost a lot trying to push the center there. Those Lux just tore him apart. I'm feeling your pain, Rage. I'm feeling your pain. That Leo 1A5 as well just made all the difference there. Killed everything that came in by itself practically. And that's the advantage to having a slightly heavier tank, is it can take the fire and dish it out. IDS cluster coming in to try again to kill some of those vehicles. It will get out, I think, just. Didn't really get very much though. Marder's pushed forward and stuff like that. I mean, there's even less blue on the screen now. I'm going to speed this up for the sake of Rage. I mean, his pain should end sooner for me. I don't think there's anything he can do now. He is way too far behind in numbers on the field. Commiserations. Well played to Jasp, winning both those games. Rather decisive victories in both. Very good use of the FS troops and getting them up there nice and early from both of those games. In particular, taking control of the centre. Worked out very well, and good use of the Leo 1A5s in both those games as well. But yeah, I mean, there's hardly anything blue on the field. Kills to loss is going to be quite painful, I think. Yeah. 2,000, over basically 10 times the amount of kills to losses. Commiserations, Rage, that was brutal. Leo 1A5, as I noted, getting a lot of kills. Marder getting a lot of kills. Jaeger getting a lot of kills. Yeah. Interestingly, Lux got... Oh, well, Lux got a few kills. Obviously, something else was helping them, because they did kill quite a bit. Commiserations, Rage. Well played. That was very difficult. Jasp just got in there very early. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please do like, share, subscribe. And I'll see you all for some more War No for the rest of the week.